what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Monday, January 2nd, 2023. Didn't have too bad of a weekend over the weekend on my bets. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How you doing?
Pretty good. Kind of suck at my picks, but all right.
Well, on bowl games on Saturday, I was 1-3, but then in the NBA Saturday, I was 4-0 in the NBA Saturday. And then yesterday in the NFL, I was 3-1.
I was 1-3 in college football. Saturday, I was 0-3 in college basketball. But Saturday NHL, I had a parlay 3-0. NFL, I was 2-4.
4-0 in NBA Saturday.
So I was 6-10.
Yeah, I didn't do good in college basketball on Saturday either. I was 3-0. NBA, I had a good day. NFL, I had a pretty good day. But yeah, college sports over the weekend did not do very well. Of course, you had a lot of people considered an upset with Michigan losing. And of course, I had Georgia winning that game, but I think the spread was like 6 points or something. And honestly, Ohio State played good enough to win that game.
They should have won it, but it happened.
I don't know if Michigan overlooked TCU or coming in or what, but Michigan didn't show up, and TCU showed up. That was for sure.
Yeah, Michigan just couldn't get over the hump. They got behind and just never could get over the hump after that.
2 pick sixes killed them.
Yeah, they did.
But tonight, got an NFL game. Should be a good one. Buffalo Bills at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bills are 2.5-point favorites going into this game, minus 134 on the money line. You have the Bengals are plus 114 on the money line. Over-under for this game's at 50.5. If you look at their numbers, these teams are pretty similar. The Bills score 28 points a game. They allow around 17. The Bengals score 26 points a game, allow around 20. So number-wise, they're pretty similar. I like the Bengals in this game at home. Nothing against the Bills because the Bills are a real good team. The Bills could win this game, but I like the Bengals have been playing well and they're at home. It does worry me a little bit with their offensive line, Collins being out. Be the first time this season they haven't had the same 5 guys up front. But I like the Bengals at the plus 2.5 or at the money line. Either way, you get a little bit better odds at the plus 2.5. So. Or no, wait, actually get better odds at the money line. Excuse me. And plus 2.5 don't do you a lot of good. There's not many points that are only done by like 2. Do you have any thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, it was tough for me. It's a pick 'em really. I guess maybe give Cincinnati a slight edge because it's home, but I think I was going to pick the over 50.5.
Okay, yeah, I do like the over.
Actually, when I originally when I looked at was 49.5. I really liked it. And 50.5, but I'm gonna go with it. That would be my pick for the NFL.
Yeah.
I would go with that. It's kind of a pick 'em. Either way, I think I can see Buffalo winning that game, and I can see Cincinnati winning that game. It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We say that it'll probably be a blowout, but.
And how's it going, Anthony? Thanks for joining us. So just found out about our page, the Sports Authority Group. But no, I'm the same way. I like the Bengals, but this game could go either way. I do like the over the 50.5 because I think both these teams are going to score 25 plus points probably. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how that Bengals offensive line looks. Missing Collins.
This is definitely a preview of, not saying these two teams are going to meet in the playoffs, but these are two teams that's going to be in the playoffs. It's going to be two teams that are going to be considered two teams that got a good chance to possibly make it to the Super Bowl if they come in healthy. So it should be a good preview for the playoffs. I did hear you guys talk today on your sports show that just went off here a little bit ago. They was discussing, some of the playoff teams and who the best quarterback is and some things. And I right now, I kind of agree. I think that Kansas City's quarterback's the best quarterback, but not by a bunch. I think it's close. I mean, they was act like he's the head above everybody. I don't agree with that. But then they got talking about Tom Brady, and they was talking about Kansas City's quarterback. Well, he's throwing for 5,000 yards. He's throwing for 5,000 yards. Tom Brady's throwing for 4,600 yards this year, and what's considered a bad year for him. So his problem's been they had problems with getting the ball in the end zone. I don't think it's all his fault. They've had some issues. They've had some health issues early on.
For some reason, him and Evans' timing's been off all season. That's what's strange to me because that was always a pretty good connection over the last couple of years, and they're trying to go down the field at all. It seems like their timing's been way off.
Yeah, I agree. They've not had a running game this year, which is hurt. And their offensive line's not very good. It's hurt. So I think that's a lot of their problems. But Tom Brady's still a top 10 quarterback in the league. He might be top 7 in the league. So he's still a top 10. I would take him on my team. So even at his age.
So oh yeah, it can't be worse. No worse than what we've been dealing with as Colts fans. But see, college football today. You got a couple games already on. LSU is killing Purdue 56-7.
Had one already ended. Illinois' game. Illinois got beat 19-10 by Mississippi State.
It's 56-7 with about 6 minutes left. Then you have Tulane and USC. USC's up 45-30 with about 5 minutes left in that game. You got one more game today, Penn State and Utah. Penn State's a 1.5 point favorite. They're minus 122 on the money line. Utah is plus 102 on the money line.
So Penn State's the favorite now?
Yep.
Well, I looked at it, had Penn State plus 2.
And over-under is at 54.5. On FanDuel, Penn State's a 1.5 point favorite.
What are you thinking about that game?
I think it's going to be a good game, but I'm going to go with Penn State on the money line.
Yeah, I think I'll go that too, money line.
Because 1.5 ain't really, and then, but no, I mean, if you look at it, Penn State scores 35 points a game, allows 18. Utah scores 40, allows 20. So real similar there. I think Penn State's played a little bit better, tougher competition throughout the regular season. Being in the Big Ten Conference, that's one of the reasons I'm picking Penn State to come up with a win here. But I do think it'll be a good game. That game starts here in about an hour. Or no, actually about half hour. Excuse me. Starts about half hour. See, college basketball, there wasn't a whole lot of games. Only game I really like in college basketball is Purdue at the minus 8.5 against Rutgers.
Yeah, I've got a parlay that I've got for the college basketball for tonight. I've got Colgate minus 11 at Lehigh. I've got Eastern Kentucky at Kennesaw State. I'm going to take Kennesaw State minus 5.5. And I've got Army moneyline win at Lafayette.
USC cornerback just saved a touchdown, barely chased him down. He was gone. I thought Tulane had it. He was starting to pull away, and he just gets enough of his foot there, trips him up.
USC's got a great defense, great offense, but their defense leaves a lot to be desired.
There's still 4 minutes left, but Tulane needs to stop big time. See, NBA tonight. We'll go ahead and jump over to NBA. Well, if I can hit the right button here, get back to the. All right, NBA. We have the. I don't know why it's doing that. First game is going to be that game's already playing, the Suns and the Knicks. So first game is going to be the Pelicans and the 76ers. 76ers are 4-point favorites. They're minus 172 on the money line. The Pelicans are plus 144 on the money line. Over-unders at 228.5. Pelicans are 4-1 over their last 5. Going to have no Ingram and no Nance tonight for the Pelicans. The 76ers are 3-2 over their last 5 games. I'm leaning toward the 76ers here at home at the minus 4. Next game, you have the Chicago Bulls at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavaliers are 4.5 point favorites at home. That's actually went up a little bit. Minus 174 on the money line. The Bulls are plus 146 on the money line. Over unders at 222.5. The Bulls are 3-2 over their last 5, 16-20 on the season. The Cavs are 23-14 on the season. The Cavs lead this season series against the Bulls 2-0 so far. I like the Cavs at the -4.5 at home. Then you have the Los Angeles Lakers at the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets are 2-point favorites, -120 on the money line. Lakers are +102 on the money line. Over-unders at 242.5. The Lakers are going to be without Anthony Davis. They're 2-3 over their last 5 games. The Hornets are 2-3 over their last 5. Hornets lead the season series one game to 0 so far this season with the Lakers. What I like in this game would be the over the, or actually, never mind. I was looking at the wrong game. I would lean toward the Hornets just because they're at home, and the Lakers not having Davis. Next game is the Toronto Raptors at the Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are 1-point favorites at home, -112 on the money line. The Raptors are -104 on the money line. Over-unders at 233. Raptors are 16-20 on the season, 2-3 over their last 5 games. The Pacers are 20-17 on the season, 4-1 over their last 5 games, including 3 in a row at home. They lead the season series against Toronto 1-0 with a victory earlier in the season. I like the way the Pacers have been playing here and at home, so I like the Pacers on the money line. I favor the under the 233 in this game. Last time these two teams played, I think it was like 101-95 or something. It's a pretty low scoring game for an NBA game, but the Pacers are capable of scoring a lot of points. Next game, the San Antonio Spurs at the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are 12-point favorites, -770 on the money line. The Spurs are +560 on the money line. Excuse me. Over-unders at 236.5. I like the Nets here, but 12 points are just a little too many points for me. The Nets are on an 11-game win streak. Been one of the best teams in the East. Spurs are 12-24 on the season. Nets are 24-12.
Safety.
They're going to have Tulane's going to get the ball back with a chance here.
A chance to win, not just a chance to tie.
And but I would favor the Nets. Like I said, I don't like the 12 points. Then you have the Denver Nuggets at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Nuggets are 2.5-point favorites. That's actually went up a little bit too. -142 on the money line. The Timberwolves are +120 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 233. The Nuggets are 24-12 on the season. Timberwolves are 16-21. I like the way the Nuggets have been playing. They've been one of the top teams in the West all season. Jokic having another MVP caliber year. I like the Nuggets at the -2.5. Then you have the Dallas Mavericks at the Houston Rockets. The Mavericks are 7-point favorites, -295 on the money line. The Rockets are +240 on the money line. Over-unders at 225.5. The Mavericks are 21-16 on the season, 5-0 over the last 5 games. The Rockets are 10-26 on the season. The Mavs lead the season series against the Rockets 2-1. And I like the Mavericks tonight. Pick up another win. Luka Doncic's playing at an MVP level as well. So I like the Mavericks at the -7. Then you have the Atlanta Hawks at the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are 1.5-point favorites at home, -124 on the money line. The Hawks are +106 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 237. For the Hawks, they are 1-4 over their last 5 games. Hunter will be out and Capella are both out tonight. For the Warriors, who are 4-1 over their last 5, Wiggins is out. Seth Curry's still been out. But over the last last week and a half, the Warriors have been playing pretty good basketball. They're a lot better at home than they are on the road. So I like the Warriors on the money line at home. Then you have the Detroit Pistons at the Portland Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers are 9.5-point favorites, -450 on the money line. The Pistons are +350 on the money line. Over-unders at 232.5. I'd favor Portland in this game, but I don't like the 9.5. That's too many points. And then the last game of the night, you have the Miami Heat at the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers are 1-point favorites, minus 118 on the money line. The Heat are even money on the money line. Over-unders at 218. The Heat are 19-18 on the season, 3-2 over the last 5 games, and they lead the season series against the Clippers 1-0. Clippers are 21-17, 2-3 over their last 5 games. Clippers are pretty healthy right now. They've been Kawhi's been playing, George's been playing pretty good basketball. I like the Clippers at home on the money line, and I also like the over the 218 in this game. That's all. Did you have any NBA?
Yeah, I've got an NBA parlay. I've got the Raptors at the Pacers. I'll take Pacers money line win. I changed. I was going to go with the Pelicans. I got off that one. I didn't know about the injuries, so I got off that one. So I changed to the Bulls in Cleveland. I'll take Cleveland minus 4.5, and then I've got the Denver Nuggets money line win at Minnesota.
All right. For the NBA, for me, I'm going to go with the Cleveland minus 4.5 against the Bulls. Pacers money line against the Raptors. The Nuggets minus 2.5 at the Timberwolves. I like the Mavs minus 7. The Warriors on the money line, and I like the Clippers and the Heat over the 218. In NFL tonight, I like the Bengals at the plus 2.5 against the Buffalo Bills. College football, I like Penn State on the money line against Utah. Should be a good college football bowl game this evening. And then in college basketball, I'm going with Purdue at the minus 8.5 over Rutgers. That's going to be my picks for today.
Yeah, I went with the over 50.5 in the Buffalo Cincinnati game. My college football also went with Penn State win money line against Utah. My college basketball, Colgate minus 11 at Lehigh. Eastern Kentucky against Kenshaw State. I'll take Kenshaw State minus 5.5, and Army money line win at Lafayette. And then my NBA picks, I have the Denver Nuggets at the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'll take the Nuggets money line win. I've got the Bulls at the Cavaliers. I'll take Cavaliers minus 4.5. And I've got the Pacers money line win against the Raptors.
All right. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. We'll be back. We will be back tomorrow, usually right around 3:30, with a little bit later today because of the afternoon show that I do before this. Went almost 3 hours today,
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
but usually around 3:30, we're usually going live with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Appreciate everybody watching. Like I said, over the weekend picks done pretty good. Dad hit a parlay. I done good on NFL and on NBA.
I hit a hockey parlay. There was only 2 hockey games today, so I didn't mess with it.
But
well, there was 3, but one started at 2.
But all right, we will appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow on Facebook and Twitch as well at Gonzo Sports Room. Same thing for the ASAP All Sports All Plays Network. Like and follow them on all the social media platforms as well. We'll be back. Today's Monday, right?
Yep.
So what? 6? We're gonna do a 6 o'clock or
Can if you want.
Man, it don't matter. Talk about how bad the Colts look. But, and then we'll in the night at 11 p.m. Eastern, we got Gonzo and the Judge Sports Talk. But we appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow, right around 3:30 for another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show.